everybody. This is Mrs. Owens here with your read aloud today. The Armadillo from Amarillo. Armadillo from Amarillo. Do you know that that's a golden eagle? And there's the armadillo on the cover right there. Nice. Notice the landforms behind us. Beautiful. All right. This is going to be a great story. I hope you like it. An armadillo from Texas wondered, where in the world am I? What's out beyond these tangled woods? What's out beyond the sky? So Armadillo packed up his things and left his home behind. He headed off on a northeast course to seek what he could find. He traveled to a nearby city of San Antonio, and from the top of his highest tower, he saw where he must go. But Armadillo still wondered, where in the world am I? What is beyond the prairie grass? What's out beyond the sky? There's little postcards on the bottom, and it says, Dear Cousin Brillo, I crossed the city and climbed a tower using tooth and claw, and looking down and all around, this is what I saw. Love, always, Sarsaparilla. Dear Brillo, here in San Antonio, there's an old fort called Alamo. It reminded me that long ago Texas was part of Mexico. Okay, now where are we traveling? This is a great review of our different biomes. He followed the river past the twisted oaks and through the ancient juniper trees and shared by warblers and vireos and Carolina chickadees. Hello, Brillo. I shared some of the cheerful words with a wild turkey and other birds. Some are endangered and rare, and it's so important to save this beautiful habitat in Texas. Beautiful. The landscape changed dramatically. Through woodland, towns, and plains, Armadillo explored canyons and walked through heavy rains. He walked for weeks and came to Austin, continued west and north to Albany and Lubbock. He hiked and sallied forth. Dear Brillo, I much prefer to night traveling during the day. Sometimes I look for a cranny or nook to sleep the sun away. So if he gets and travels at night, that makes him nocturnal, right? Armadillo often along the way climbed up to higher ground. He scurried up the canyon walls and stopped to look around. Dear Brillo, I am near Amarillo. This land is cool and flat. It's definitely an inadequate armadillo habitat. I'll be the only armadillo who lives near the city of Amarillo. How different were the plains above. Flowers went on for a mile. Armadillo decided to settle down and stay here for a while. You see all those different animals? But Armadillo still wondered, where in the world am I? Perhaps I'd have a better idea if I could fly. One day he asked the golden eagle, and she came breezing by. What can I do for a bird's eye view from up high in the blue sky? Hop on my back, said the eagle. I'll fly you wide and high and far, and then you'll see eventually where in the world you are. Upward and upward the eagle flew. Armadillo held on tight. With my tail curled, I'll explore the world from morning to night. Dear Brillo, except for the canyons like this one here, the land is flat, 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 and the armadillo near Amarillo should wear a scarf and a hat. Isn't that beautiful? So you've got an armadillo and a golden eagle. Armadillo looked down below and asked, where in the world are we? We're over a prairie in the distance. That's Amarillo, you see. We've flown over the prairie. We've flown over a town. Amarillo means yellow, my dear little fellow, and the prairie's all yellow and brown. I see Amarillo, said Armadillo. Could we see all Texas, though? If we fly higher up into the sky, could we see New Mexico? Or if we fly high up in the sky, could we see the entire earth? Well, certainly, surely, if you hold up securely, we'll try, cried the eagle with mirth. Amarillo's a city? Asked the armadillo. This To this the eagle replied, yes, Amarillo is a city in Texas, the state where we reside. And Texas is in the United States, our country, wide and dear, on the North American continent, which is on the earth, a sphere. This sphere is called a planet. Of 9, we are just one. And as we conserve in the universe, the planets turn around the sun. Armadillo held on tightly to the eagle's neck, afraid of a long, long fall. From over his shoulder, from air getting colder, this is what he saw. They flew up high, high into the sky. The Texas they saw below, the part they call the Panhandle, and the state of New Mexico. With my tail tip curled, I'll explore the world, Armadillo said to his friend. Through the clouds they twirled, in the wind they whirled, and up they were hurled again. And when they looked up, they could see into space. They'd flown up into thin air. It's hard to breathe up here. I'd like to leave here. Eagle, come homeward, let's repair. Well, we're very high now, said Eagle, on the edge of air and space. The atmosphere is ending. We should be descending. But what a remarkable place. There must be a way to get higher. Bring some air aboard. Perhaps we should travel to Cape Canaveral, Eagle said as he soared. As they spoke of Cape Canaveral, the rocket launching place, a shuttle took off with a roar of fire and headed out toward space. With a burst of speed, the Eagle flew into the path of the rocket ship and took her and Armadillo aboard and continued on its trip. Eagle had this bright idea and whistled a happy tune. Let's hitch a trip on this rocket ship and fly straight up to the moon. Ooh, look at that. The higher they flew, the farther they saw Louisiana and Arkansas. There were some other countries below. They could see Cuba and Mexico. The spaceship then zoomed so high up in the Armadillo could not tell where a country began and ended and where its borders fell. The earth was now as far away, very, very far. I'm wondering, said Armadillo, where in the world are we? We're out of this world, said the Eagle, and the Armadillo, her friend. 10 miles from the earth starts the universe, right at the atmosphere's end. From space, the earth was big, a round ball with swirling clouds of white against a deep blue background, with the blue-black sky at night. Planets shone around them, reflecting starlight light. In that silent room, floating in the dark, they traveled through the night. Before them was Earth's silver moon, white and glowing sphere. As they watched in wonder, they sat and gazed in their far-off home, watched Earth set and Earth rising. Armadillo said, I'm homesick. Hey, Eagle, let's go back. Let's go back to our yellow town, away from this blue and black. The rocket began a downward arc, and they flew over land and sea, and the adventuresome pair flew into the air to their home by the yellow prairie. He'd wondered where in the world he was. And now Armadillo knew. He said, I know where, in the scheme of things. I'm an eagle, thanks to you. I now live near Amarillo. The city is rather small, which is in the state of Texas, one of 50 states in all. In the United States of America, the country of my birth, in the North American continent, in the world, on the planet Earth. All in all, there are 9 planets, and the Earth is only one. And if we converse as we converse, in the universe, 8 planets beside this one, warmly, hotly, coldly, coolly revolve around the sun. Isn't that great? That's the end of our story. The Armadillo from Amarillo. I hope you liked it and saw some connections to the planet, the Earth, and all the different biomes. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.